should there be a more global view of broadband? I mean, like from a body perspective, right? We have NATO, we have World Bank, we have a lot of things that are global, and usually it's about money and military. But should there be something more focused on broadband? I mean, if it is a truly societal thing, and I know we're getting deep, but it's on my second beer and it's almost Thanksgiving. So.
Wow, I don't think that's efficient, right? The point was made earlier that the U.S. federal government is delegating a lot of the 602 funds and infrastructure funds to the state level. So you have 52 entities now making those decisions. The more you centralize it, the less efficient it's going to be, and it's not going to be representative of a rural market versus a metro market versus a really dramatic environmental market, where there's extreme heat or extreme cold. How does a central group make decisions quickly and enact those? I think that's what we're seeing at the FCC is, that it's hard, right? And it's easy to get lulled into a sense of security with regards to policy, and then you get caught behind, like we have with the 25-3, and it's borderline embarrassing. And so pushing that responsibility further out is probably a better idea than centralizing it.
I would agree with Brian. I think that's well said. I grew up in Pakistan and also Turkey. I can assure you that in Pakistan, there's not much infrastructure to actually support like a fiber build out. So it's similar to the whole climate change initiative. How do you balance each country's internal dynamics, economic, social, political, with a standard, with some standard that's defined and that's agreed to everybody? I mean, when I was a kid, it took me 7 years. It took my parents 7 years to get a telephone connection. Now, I think those days have obviously changed. But other than this technological issue, there's also these economic and societal issues: corruption, nepotism, bribery, the lack of anything that stays in one place, theft. So how do you equalize and normalize that, especially in a part of the world that desperately needs that? How do you create policies with that? I think is a Sisyphean task.
Well, similarly too, if those decisions are made, the people that have the most need are addressed, and then the people that have a decent service are not. But in actuality, as a society or as a group, everybody should be raised up, whether you're in a really inequitable situation, which my hand's lower over here, or a situation where you still want better speed in an urban market. And so development should not stop in an area just because you're trying to address one problem.
Yeah.